Yes, we take an extra second here to check that the mic's on because more than often than not, the mic is not on. Hi, welcome. The Horde Chief of Light, that is me, is back. My name's PBG. You can call me whatever the fuck you feel like it. Peeves, PB. We're fine. We're friends. It's all friends here. And to nobody's surprise, we are playing Dawn Trail. A lot of people are probably very excited about that. I forgot to clean up the live for it. So bear with me as I do this. Hello, Riku. So we're just gonna connect, and I'm gonna clean this up. Yeah. So let that queue up. So yeah, everyone's excited about Dawn Trail. I realized this morning, and I posted about it, but like I'm only 55% through. I'm slow. I'm aware that I'm slow. But like it hit me this morning like, no girl, you are really slow. Because people are starting to ask me, hey, when are you doing a deep dive on so-and-so? And I'm like, I'm not there yet. So that's kind of the jam. Give me another second here. I'm still just cleaning stuff up, so. It'll be another couple minutes. My dog's a little feisty tonight, so if you hear her bark, she's... Going to bed. I guess she's going to bed. There you go. Exactly, AC. That's what I believe, but listen. Just preaching to the choir. Give me another couple. I'm almost done. I'm adding the thumbnail. Usually I do this while the starting soon, but I was finishing up something and I got stuck watching Game of Thrones. Like I'd like to lie to you guys, but that's what I was actually doing. I started rewatching it while farming in Warcraft. And while watching House of the Dragon, which no, I'm not caught up. I watched on Tuesday nights. Don't do that to me, okay? Even though Twitter's tried. There. This should be good now. So yeah, everything is fine. It's just that's what I was doing. I'm almost done season 6. It's literally in the theme song. Pretty much. Excuse me. Oh. I had an extra day's vacation and it's showing. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so as we left off, yeah, we're trying to figure out the train station thing. Did I already get the safe right? Maybe I'm gonna double check just to be sure. Yeah, we're good. So basically, we had a Western Yu-Gi-Oh type experience. Fight the snake in this zone, and you get a Cappy mount. Ah! How to find the snake in this zone? That's fair, you see, and it's very hard to not, right? It's hard to just sit back and be like, no, I'm just not gonna do that. Very hard. There's a snake in your boot. Toy Story reference. So yeah, we had a Western theme. I compare it to the Mughals or to Hildebrand in the sense that not everybody likes it, but it's there to bring you levity and change up the scenery a little bit. I don't like Westerns, and I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's kind of what that felt like. So it's cool. We're all good. Again, that doesn't make this a bad storyline. It just means it's not for me. According to old traditions, I suspect that we have a dim view of the railroad. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We are trying to get the choo-choo train back on status. Come, let's follow Walka. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be at the depot. You can sit them from outside. Enough jabbering, Shenza. Thanks to these two, we'll have some real work to do. Let's go do it. Well, see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. Okay, let's get on the chocobo. Alright. And we'll see what this brings. You know the revolver, you know a revolver ocelot from Metal Gear? No, I don't. Metal Gear is a series that I have watched the storylines for, but I haven't played it. Are you ready for a rootin' tootin'? No thanks. Cactuar. Oh. Ah! I stared at his knees too long, thinking it was his butt. Damn it, Peeves. There's an anvil. Ooh. Hello, Starfall. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. Right. May Huatsoan was short south from here. Let's go. Okay, yeah. We assumed it was that one right there. Esayani wins. I think that's how you pronounce that. No clue. I'm about to hit level 97. Actually, let me check what quest. We're at level 96. I put 95 in the title. I meant 96. The Ronique. Are the Wawalika, are the Hetsaro, there, our village up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had the dealing with the Mehuatsoan, but I do know the traditions mean a great deal to them in the land. Are they the stand-in for indigenous? It would seem that way, wouldn't it? I don't want to assume. The air that overpowering cerulean of the Sheshewenezi. The waters nearby are pristine. I'm glad you appreciate the blessing of nature as we do. Greetings, traveler, and welcome. I am Huato, chief of the Mehuatsoan. And this is my son, Shepetto. A pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the warm welcome, and I apologize for sudden injury. I'm Walika, station master of the Zaktural railing. The recent earthquakes damaged our tracks. We require some timber to make some repairs. This is War Chief and LVL, who volunteered to assist us in the restoration efforts. You have the most curious air about you. Oil, steel, tan leather, and the faintest hint of fresh fruits. You're not from these lands. I hail from Eorzea. Seem to be the natives. Truly, I would know the lands you have seen. I am told the people of your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, and the love for our lands and our children, the Hetso in particular, have a guide way of life. Where we hunt, gather, lay our heads, the Hetso teaches that these things are more. For that reason, I believe we are tuned to the shifting winds around us. I see, the word Hetso means leader of souls in the Hetsaro tongue, does it not? It does. And many creatures revered the Hetso among the Hetsaro. We look to the Ronique for guidance. However, you may glean the use of aetherites. While we are committed to our traditions, it does not mean we reject all outside influence. Okay. There are certain things that give us pause. Assume it's pink. We will furnish you with timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in discussion. Glad, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests. My son and I delight to hear your tales. Now come with me. Look, here the little ear wiggles. Ah, that's cute. No offense. Totally come to the zone. Yeah, it seems they're indigenous in a way. I will speak frankly. I fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronique have made a potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become more erratic as of late. A stableman near Husatawi mentioned that. And do you know what caused this? We have our suspicions, but the others drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shahaloni, has undergone a transformation. It sounds like oil and greed. We've learnt this story in Final Fantasy VII. The strong and resilient they may seem, the Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may have well caused the distress. As my father says, we do not necessarily reject outside influence and innovation, but in this we can't help but worry. Understandably, and I thank you for being forthright. Perhaps we should bring the attention to Vaukona. Vaukona? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently, how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. Oh! They definitely are difficult to say, but I mean... My dear tongue, Geppetto. There is some grain of truth in the rumors. He's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. He's a passionate man who cares about his people like his sister. Is that so? That is certainly a side that we weren't aware of. Fought beside Vaukona in the right of succession. You took part of the right of succession? You were that close to the Dawn Servants? Fuck, word travels fast. It's only been like a day. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with such uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open to our hearts and see what Vaukona for who he truly is. Do you think he'll visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I am hopeful that he will do the same. I still have the link pearl. I mean, I can fix this. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. I am terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep Ronik for our foremost minds to continue in working on the railroad, and if need be, we will seek Vaokona's counsel. My thanks again. I hope to see you soon. They are a bit of a stand-in for the indigenous, but I mean, it's just like anything else, right? If we don't know the language very well, or we don't hear it on the daily, it's gonna be hard. Like, how many of you, when you first read Estinien, was like, yeah, that's Estinian? And mind you, while I struggle in this, you guys can go back and watch the VODs from Stormblood. Einstein. But go back and watch the VODs from Stormblood. Your girl doesn't know Japanese at fucking all. And I butchered some names. So this was like, this is not, I mean, listen. The stronger, like the bigger words are harder. But just like anything else, spell them out. You'll get there. Haha, 669. Nice. I'll be good now. Never be good, never surrender. So you want to go to dirt road. Like, I live in the country, so like dirt roads are... And also, Humu, humunu, kunu, kuakwas. Humunu, kunu, kuakwas. Just like anything else, I suppose. I'm gonna write a word in the chat here once I deliver this thing. Hawaiian name of the rectangular fish. Even pronounced in Hawaii is not a word that we use a lot, right? How it's supposed to be pronounced? Hold on. I'm gonna write you guys a word in chat. You tell me if you can pronounce it. That's a national park in Canada. It is, without doxing myself, I am within an hour of it. And it's an indigenous word. Kuchi? No. Kushibugwak. It's a Mi'kmaq. It's a Mi'kmaq word. Like everything else, right? We're from here, we know the word very well. People that are not, even if you speak English, will find it hard. See some of these names, same idea. Walika. There are many spots. You have to wait for another, I'm afraid, but riding for free of charge. It's at least if you to pay your kindness. Oh, that's fine. Now Mika and no other wait for arrived. It's the only right thing, they go before us. Hope to see you in the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nitowikwi will be driving. No engineer compares to her. The only we should worry about our own, Chenza, and we still have more to do. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just a matter of learning. Doing your best, give it a go. And speaking of fish, have you guys ever seen a tuna? Like up close? They're big fucking fish. That's the one fish that caught me off guard. Here in the Atlantic, we fish lobster, salmon, not in the ocean salmon, but like all kinds of shit. The Slavic accent. Have you filled your site? Almost finished. Several cutscenes! Several cutscenes! We're gonna get a meanwhile. They're big fucking fish. My friend fished them.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat. Here she comes!
A little wave.
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
That accent, I can get used to.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
Dude, it's so jarring to have an American accent in this game.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tyrol. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani.
But that accent though, Mr. Deep Voice there, I can get used to that.
And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream.
Final Fantasy in Canada would be boring as shit. It's basically Ishgard. Again. Could you imagine? Ishgard 2.0 with igloos! God damn it. Ishgard with Putin.
Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
Our healers are free!
Gods have mercy.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobikwe and the others!
My home lies that way as well.
We're going to investigate. Right now!
Wait, what? Who the fuck is that? Wait, look at the signs on that. That's from the fucking City of Gold.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliolal? Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
If she ain't fucking around, let's go. Jedi limited job. I like that one. The fuck, man?
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
Cry over here, not helping.
What the?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
They're just slaughtering them. No, 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 no. Fuck are you?
Someone help me, please! Oh! Oh!
Bastard!
Well, that's why he wasn't a named character.
What did it just...
That cool Jaja came in, fucking hero!
Thank you.
Save the things. Just get to safety.
Bakul Jaja came in here shaking his Jajas, kicking some ass. I love it. Thought it was Galul Jaja for a second.
I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace.
Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is what he can do, though. They can do, sorry. This is it. That's what they're good at. Brute strength.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
Dude, if they fucking kill off Bakul Jaja, I swear to God, we will have a rough day. Okay, there's a lady from the fucking thing. The white savior. We'll be good now. Come on. Kettenram's dead. Oh, you got an upgrade.
That you should still live.
So I was right.
Rocha?
By the gods. What has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuli Yolal and surrender of all its territories.
Oh, you know, just fuck all. Just a little something, something.
Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Work, let me, sweetheart.
Mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
Oh no, don't like this. I think he's gonna die by the end of this expansion, and I'm gonna lose my mind. That is probably the best fucking character we've gotten fucking ever. A devoted father who feels miserable.
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait. I should be the one to do this.
Yo, wait, I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
He's gonna kill him, but I don't want him to.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Good fucking scene, man.
Farewell, Sorolja, my son. And forgive me.
No. I feel just as bad. I'm not supposed to feel bad if the bad guy dies.
What?
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
The fuck? Oh no.
Papa?
What the fuck? Like,
Even the blessed are mortal.
oh, what the?
Father!
I think Rook's reaction was the most real. With no offense to her, she can't take him.
You are no match for me.
It feels like we'll self-harm. Wow.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
Ah.
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Sorolja, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
Like...
Choose your next steps wisely.
It's not fair! Oh, it's not fair. Why I can't help? I get the help. Oh. This quest sucks. This is the second time I fall in love with a character. And I mean like in love. And that happens. He's still moving. He might not be dead. No, he's not dead. He's still blinking, but like what the fuck? Like I figured this man would die of old age or something, and and I was gonna be mad at Square Enix for doing it because they set up such a fucking great character. Same thing as Fall. Fall, you spend half of that expansion like down in the dumps because literally everything fucking went wrong. But you've got this one guy who's like, hey, listen, I love you. Okay, you're the best. You can do it. I'm your cheerleader. You can do it. This sucks. Oh, Papa can't die. He can't. And let me tell you, the second she had that stupid ass look on her face, like, Papa. How could this happen? Oh.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
The fuck? Square Enix, the blood? Really? You're not helping.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone.
Elaine, thank you. I need to laugh.
Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Whew. Papa. Papa. Oh. Listen. Oh, it does hurt. It's not an ugly cry. I'm still together. Kane, I fought it hard. I was misty the whole time, but I survived it. This is stupid. The one character that I mean, I love Waklamon. But I've been saying since day one how much I love Galul Jaja. I was waiting for them to reveal that he was actually a piece of shit. He's just a man that loved his kids. Oh, I'm okay. I wouldn't call this ugly cry. We had some tears. I don't know if he... I don't know how much you can... Let's take a second. Let's talk. I don't know how much you can attribute Zorulja's way of life with Galul Jaja. This was someone who was, first of all, never supposed to be born. He was the exception. He was the blessed of the blessed. Was not supposed to happen. His father was the blessed and king, emperor, whatever the fuck title you want, Dawn servant. This moment, like, this kid had to grow up realizing that he was not only meant for greatness, he was the greatness. He is the pure exception. He's not just the child of a doctor like we see in our real world. He's the doctor of two fucking world thing. You know what I mean? Like, this guy shouldn't be there. So he's had that his whole life. And then he's a Mamulja. His people were conquered. His people value strength. And that's what they wanted from him from day one. So this man was promised to lead. This man was told he was great. His people told him that you must be stronger than the two heads to survive. The only part I don't get is why the shift that way. I'm not there yet. I'm sure there's some explanation coming. Well, Bakul Jaja did, though. Bakul Jaja looked at it a different way. Remember, Zarulja wasn't 100 failed babies. He was one. Miracle. Bakul Jaja was a people who are, and this might get me demonetized, but we're 100%, fuck, what's that word? I can't even think of it. Of, the thing the Nazis did. And the Americans, and, you know, not genocide, eugenics. Bakul Jaja was the victim of eugenics. And what eugenics entails. Zarulja was what everyone aspired to be. Just born. Born of it. There was a lot of like Zarulja's story, Bakul Jaja's story is really one of, we did this thing, eugenics, to get you. Fucking show me your worth. Where Zarulja was on that silver platter from day one. Ugh. So I don't know what got him to the point where he's killing his own father. Right, so Oklamat, Vau Koana. I bring word from the city. The enemy is withdrawn and the Lawns Guard has begun rendering aid to people. Casualties with our ranks have hindered progress, but we will do all that we can. I thank you for your report. Please inform the Guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. Like, oh. First, how did Kettenram survive? Another question I get. The people, I need to help them. We will assist you in any way we can, of course. Thank you. There's wounded everywhere. More than I could count. We'll split up and help them. You can count on us. We will. Alfino Alice, take the Bayside Bevy, and Kral and Aaronville take the Palace Perimeter. And War Chief, please come to the Resplendor Quarter with me. Fuck, I knew we were getting a light-sided story before shit. Kettenram didn't fight. He got stabbed in the back. I just wondered how he survived it. Oh, this sucks. Fuck, this sucks. Like usual, the one character that I fall for. Now that he's gone, I can finally talk about some of the spoilers I've seen on Twitter. Some of the spoilers I've seen on Twitter were that the theme for this section was death. And recovering and mourning. And I thought, because it talked about mourning, I thought it was like the preparation to death. So I figured the little Jaja would die. But, like, again, he's getting old. There's no reason to believe that he was gonna get fucking stabbed. So to me, I thought, okay, that's the second half. Beginning will be us finding out that, yeah, he's dying. Can't be true, can it? Would the first promise track his own people? But if it was him, how'd that happen? So, that's what I thought after seeing some of the spoilers on Twitter. This is much worse. Never fall in love with this. Because the characters that are pure, unadulterated good get hurt. Pure, unadulterated good. He was everything that was good in the world. He was a fucking monarch who chose his people above monarchy. He chose monarchy because his people needed him. Killed and killed. The broken promise. Yeah, it's actually a good idea. He raised children from poverty and slums because he wanted to, that the kids deserved better. And he loved them as much, if not more, as much as his true-born son. They were... Oh, fuck! That was hard. And it's the little stuff. Like when we first met him and he was fighting Estimia, he dropped everything. He's like, no, we're done. We're done. My daughter's here. Let's say hi to my daughter. Like, just... fuck. And it's easy to blame who's in charge, even though it's not their fault. That's actually something, by the way, I'm saying this as a Canadian talking about Canadian politics, so don't look at me that way. We should be looking forward for the next elections. Things are difficult, and stuff happened. Can't blame the leaders for all of it. Fuck, man. My favorite of the bunch. Also, Waklamat's voice actress, Senna. Fuck you for being that good. I never want to hear someone say papa again. And I speak French, so it's a word that I hear a lot. Fuck, that was hard. She nailed it. Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. Now, not the time. There are still others who need help. Oh, she did too good of a job. And let me tell you that Papa, her realizing it was happening, miserable. Whee! Kerplunk. Oh. Miserable. Oh look, the ships are still there. It's a cool little touch, I'll give them that. Oh, fuck. It's never easier to be a Grand Seer. I can't imagine, like, especially in real life, but like... I haven't fell in love with a character more than fucking... Like, Heidelin, I walked in thinking that, you know, I thought she was sus. I played her out as sus. Don't gaze with the enemy and keeps in my head. Oh no, she's got her voice intact. It was incredible. The accent fit, the tone fit. I do tend to prefer when people slowly come to terms with death, the way House Fulton did. Casualties could have been worse. And if Zero... After her father tried to fulfill her duty to the people, still everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. She's right. It's a lot to deal with death. Generally speaking, like not specifically to this. Well, I mean, we're at war, right? Or we're doing things that are war related. I mean, it's kind of par for the course, right? But very few games deal with that directly for more than a moment. No, boyfriend of my lover who just got shot. No.
Steady now.
And that's usually the end of it. And the next scene, they're like, "I will avenge them," and then you move on. Final Fantasy deals with it a little bit more.
I brought you medicine. A drink.
She's fighting with a corpse, I would imagine.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Oh no, not the old lady.
Come on. Come on.
What the fuck?
Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How? How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi.
Oh.
You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp.
She's learning, yep.
So please rest. Consider it your duty.
You can't help people on an empty tank. You can't. There's a reason why they tell you to put the mask over your face before somebody else is in an airplane. Get yourself set up, then you can help. And my grandmother will tell you, cook.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together.
You'll stick with me.
That was your concern, sweet
Thank you.
little baby lion.
My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do rather than what I can't.
You need sleep and you need tacos.
We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokwista longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believed that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There'll be no reasoning with him. He killed our people. Our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal.
And regardless of how that boy was born and the pressures he put on him as he was born, Galul Jaja loved him. Gave him his best. Treated him with nothing but fucking love and respect. This wasn't a bad father. This wasn't a father who sent his kid off to 18 universities hoping he would make it. This was a man who fucking loved his kids and did everything he could to make that everything for him. Ah, I don't like this.
What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight.
There's gotta be more to the story.
I must confront Zorolja and kill him.
Not like that, you're not. We need to figure out what's powering him. And I love you, Woklamat. Tag me in. I just need a moment. So, yes, your father just died. Your people just died. Like, just the father dying's enough. I'm complaining. Isn't very leader-like, is it? Holy shit. It's been a rough week for you. You became Dawn Servant. You found out that one of your fathers died, and then... Given everything that's been done, she still intends to do, I cannot afford to run headlong. No, you can't. But it will take my strength and the strength that I must. Alright, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Tell Alice I'll be alright. Anyway, my grandmother used to say, if somebody you know had someone pass away, cook them food. And not just any food, not just sandwiches. Make them a casserole, make them a soup, make them food. Food, supper. Because while not being able to rest and not being able to wrap your head around everything, people tend to forget to eat. And by making somebody a meal, it takes away that thought, that debate, that what am I going to cook myself? No, I'm not just, no, never mind. It's there in front of them. They'll eat it, usually. Alright, Clemati's feeling better. She needs to be strong. Tends to fight when they get together. That said, I wish I knew what we were up against. Fuck. I don't think that's supposed to be on my Lala. Person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech. Far as I've seen, far as you've traveled, though, you've encountered something similar before. Would you take a closer look? Placed where a mount, but a strange sigil on the helm. Simple armor, but it's quite intricate. Materials made unclear, no signs of a power source. It looks like the Halo gun. The general shape of the weapon resembles a gun, but this construction suggests it's far advanced than anything you've ever seen before. Oh dear, I had an energy drink. Why am I yawning? So what do you think? It's unlike anything I've ever seen. Indeed. While it resembles a person, is there any source of power? Probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any conventional fuels. I tried channeling Aether into it earlier, no response. Completely lifeless now, a far cry from the enemy it was, even material. And while these soldiers are a different color, the warships are the same black as the stone and the gate itself. Aha, you're girl smart. I figured that part out on my own. Kind of fucked up. Man, I don't want to see Lamont hurt. Oh man, I hurt. Like, I hurt. It's a good cry, not a what I call ugly cry is when like you can't talk. Like it's not. There's a moment there. I was okay. It's not. It was a good cry, but not an ugly cry. But 2 in a row? Like come on, it's not very nice. And the music's good. Music's really good. It both catches the sadness of the moment and the need to push forward. If that makes any sense.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Oh, Clement.
And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
Ooh.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue.
I'm doing that one-on-one one-on fight. I like that fight. I think that was a very good cinematic. I think this was well done.
That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Is it Graha Tia? Is it Graha?
Greetings, everyone.
It is Graha Tia! There's our kitty boy! Is that Ishtola over there? It is! Our exposition queen. I'm not a big fan of Ishtola, because I feel like she's only there for exposition, but I like Graha.
Raha! Y'shtola! After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the annex, never fear.
Okay,
I've already
listen.
dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
I love Graha as a buddy. He's my bestie. The update did Graha justice. So you Graha fans are gonna go nuts. Yeah, very much so, Elaine.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors.
Now, Elaine, I was actually just about to cry that he had to kill his son because it hurt him. Like, not kind of hurt him. We got the storyline that this is the man's amazing in every way as a father. So when he killed Zarulja, I was like, oh no. I was starting. The tears were coming. I was goofed. I was bamboozled.
Thanks to Wuglamart, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
Oh wow, really, Daggett? I didn't know. I was
As
kind of
you
hoping
know,
they'd be back.
It was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Gulul Jar Jar.
Her accent's cute.
Like
Go little
us,
Jaja.
my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the sky deep cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past.
It led to another reflection.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jaja. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Oh, we got some echo. Look how handsome and young he was.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells! What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake?
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
No. No, 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 no. No. Do people just stand by the gate and hand their kids off? We know who's in there, right? There's nothing secret here. Here you go. Here's a baby.
baby?
How did you not?
Now, hold on. Why would you...
Now, what's this?
Just hand the shit. Here you go.
What is this? Who are you?
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact, either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important. So Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Shargan and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
Okay, we knew.
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this.
I can imagine not.
It's enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
Enough about me. I just discovered, you know, I'm from another fucking world.
The forces that assailed Tuliolo. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zoralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections. But what of my home? What's become of it?
There's a man on his toes, okay. That second one's not appropriate. That looks like a job for the Scions. No.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence.
He's trying to find out if his fucking
giant
family
dome
died.
shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
Jacket is terrible.
If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do.
Not a fucking clue.
I have to put a stop to Zoralja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city.
Correct.
As such, I shall remain in Tuliyollal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
What am I wearing? Personally, or the Lala? Because the Lala's got that dumbass jacket on, and it's so bad. On a Lala.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Oh, it's so bad.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful.
And we need a tank.
In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
I kind of wish, yeah, just getting to know
it
Cole
seems our
would have been a
teams are
little more
assembled.
fun, but
A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, there's a time and a place for
now,
that.
Before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
Correct. Like, again, there's a time and a place for that gear set, okay? And I mean, they did a good job to not make it over the top for the Lalas. It really looks like a Mr. Potato in bondage, you know? Again, it's not that bad. But like, again, I get that people don't like the splitting. I do, to a certain degree. If they are gonna do that, I wish you could make your own party. If that makes any sense. Because like Y'shtola or Graha could have stayed behind to search stuff up, right? Alice could have stayed to help with preparing shit. You know what I mean? Like there's more than one way to look at it. But other than that, I'd be afraid of having too many at once as well. I'm not totally upset about it. So Sol Assembly, the Winged Walk. I'll help too. Care to join us? Also science. Well, that's it. Like, and like, I get it. I do. I would have been glad to not see all the Scions. You know what I mean? I would be happy to retire some of the Scions. And I'm just kind of hoping that that would be the end. Like, for the Scions whose stories are complete, let them have a complete storyline. Like, you know, a flashback here and there. But, like, do we need Y'shtola for this? Unless she has huge character development that happens in this. I don't see it. I don't. Graha is at least still on the adventuring, still trying to... Like, it's about what needs to be told. And unless Y'shtola does something only Y'shtola could do over here, I don't see a reason to have her here. And to me, the twins could have stayed in Garlemald. Like, I would argue that Urian could have stayed behind. Where Thancred, I think, would have taken up the mantle as such. I honestly think the most appropriate storyline we've seen so far with the Scions is Estinien. He did the thing that he really liked. He moved on. Unless he comes back later. You know what I mean? I don't know, it just seems like a very large crowd. Excuse me. I'm gonna spare so much time in the morning. Again, I'm just like talking my thoughts out loud, right? He was there. The reason why I like his appearance in this expansion so far, the reason why I like Estinia's showing, is because he did the fan service. Right? We got the moment of fan service. Which was fine. He helped show some strength about Galul Jaja, which again, fine. And then we got a joke with him later, and that's it. So far, he's gone. Like, 3/4 of the expansion. We got, what, 3 lines with him? Oh, that was great fan service. Fantastic. But you know what I mean? Like, in this expansion, that's all he's been. It's just here to, you know, hey, Estinia fans, we see you. That's it. And that's fine. There you are. Please leave me be. My father's gone. Let me mourn. Galul Jaja is slain. Again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, right? Again, my opinion could be dead wrong here, and people are just like, shut up, Peeves. It makes sense. We wanted this. It's fine. Shut up. That's cool, too. I can tell you one thing though, level 97 and 96 were hard. I think when those stone men will return, I want to find someone safe. That's right. Back to kittens. I want my kittens. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have included the extra people. This makes this quest long for no reason. You're composed, so I'm assuming you're not my guy. Right there, flustered. Frustrating retreat at Sage Advice quest is at the less losing loop. The music is fine. It brings that. I like it. I think it's the length of this quest that's killing that music. That makes any sense. It's losing its impact very quickly. This piano part is meant to be, you know, more. Meant to be stronger, meant to be a moment of... But like we've heard it 4 times in the English. I sound like I'm making a lot of complaints. I'm actually very much enjoying this. Labyrinthos. Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly it. The music did not match the situation you had at all. Or here it does, but like... It's been depressing for 3 quests. You gotta go. Alright, quite a few people, thank you. Alice had actually turned ahead of you, and upon hearing the efforts you were still out there, she decided she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. My apologies for involving you in Turali affairs. We're simply helping friends in need. Once more, Zarulja and his army pose not only a threat to Tural, but Astar as a whole. We'll stand with you. Thank you. I don't expect much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? I'm fine. Thanks to a little encouragement from War Chief. You needn't worry about me either. Well, yeah, we didn't get to know him very well, right? We only get to meet him a little bit. Which I think that would have helped if she would have stayed behind. And then maybe came for the next part where we actually go and figure out what the fuck's going on and show our strength, you know what I mean? This would have been a good opportunity to swap them out. Go ahead in the plaza and wait. So, their father raised them well. That he did. I say jinxed us. The moment said fate the world won't rest on the shoulders for once. I mean, to be fair, we kind of knew. We've been known. Holy fuck, did a lot of people ever show up? Where's the babies? The baby fucking Mamulja, man, they send me. We should have brought Bakul Jaja with us. That must be hard. They're about to do this without their father.
Namachi, are you all right?
First time they see their people without
Yes.
the little Jaja.
Don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
Yes, Elaine. Yes. They
I
do
am
what
the
they're
reason
doing.
to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
Sorry, you both lost your father.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor, and for a moment we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down.
They're not naming him. Smart.
I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this,
oh, she does name him.
The enemy
Okay.
leader was none other than my brother Zoralsha.
Zoralsha? It's true! I saw him!
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoralsha torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
Fair question. Let's be honest here. Fair fucking question. Answer.
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zoralsha and put an end to it all.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Ah, that's not the right move.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan.
I want to bring him. Can we bring him?
Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Dural's my home, and I'll do my part for it.
That's what we needed him for. Because now, no matter what, the Mamulja will 100% go behind him. You've just gained a race of people behind him. The people that seen him as a strong warrior, even without, are now behind him.
Hear, hear, brother.
Good, good. I like seeing
That
this
makes
change.
two of us. Was that two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
We fight! We fight! We're two Leolans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm! He's right. This is our nation and it falls to us to protect it.
Oh, that American accent's so
We'll
funny.
fight too! For Tuliolal! Me too! Me too!
I like his shift, but that's what the populace needed. There's nothing wrong with having Dawn servants, resolve and reason, and having the champion, which is what Bakul Jaja was made for. Literally. Actually, literally, but still.
We're all together in this.
I love it. I would name him my champion if it was me.
Thank you, everyone.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuli Yolal.
You are the beating heart of our nation, each and every one of you.
Yes.
Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyola will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
A media literacy moment here. We just told the people we're going to war. To an enemy that is essentially stronger than we are. And the crowd don't know what we know. And they ate it up. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's a video game, right? Like, listen, this isn't real life. But imagine how quick and easy that happens in real life. It's just a moment. You've ever seen the Star Wars moment? And there it went. The end of democracy. With applause. Just a thought. It's a nice, cool thing to mention. Obviously, that's not the case in this game. Everyone's intentions are above board. While I was Exarch, no king, I often found myself speaking for the people in the Crystarium in that manner. And though their deeds answer me, the people of Tural will cry this occasion. This I can tell. This is how liberty dies. It thunders applause. That's the line. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not saying that this is bad. And, like, obviously, again, all above board. I just can't help but take for a moment that we just had a monarch tell us we're going to war. And nobody knows that we could even win it. And they're like, yeah, sure, we'll fight your war. And again, just a cool thought. Those of us remaining here shall accompany you out of the way. I, for one, would like to see the dome firsthand. We'll set forth when everyone's ready. I'll inform Wook Lamat that there you all are. Ah, Lamati. Did you notice Ali says the one that caught on to Lamati? Trying to call, you ready to leave? I am seeing people come together as one, knowing that they haven't given up hope and have all the encouragement I could ask for. Right then, Jacques Tural Skygate. Yeah, it's just a neat thought. Druid fight. Oh, that's right! And we got warbands. Warband is tomorrow for Warcraft players. So if you got like lots of fucking alts, it's about to be the time of your life. I'm very excited for warbands. I made actually tomorrow's short is a warband short, talking about my ridiculous excitement for warbands. But yeah. Everyone's here, good. This is it, my friends. We strike down Zurulta and secure a place for Tulikola. Passing through Shaloni, the very reports of the enemy movement, so stay sharp. See, again, I like this music. That piano is like an escalation, a moment of strength. Oh, definitely. It's a display of force. That's dick measuring. Let's divide in two groups. Erenville, Alice, Warchief will come with me. Graha Tia's here and I don't get to play with Graha Tia. What the fuck? Can I exchange one of my fucking party members? Son of a bitch. I'm not actually angry, by the way. I'm not mad at all. The Discord starting is reactive. Oh, it is, and I mean, a lot of it is if you're the person who wanted to rush through it to get to the end quickly, whatever the reason may be, you hated this storyline. It was long and boring and nothing to do. If you're the type of person who likes a lot of action in their storylines, chances are, like my husband, I don't think would have enjoyed the first half. I would have definitely enjoyed the second half. Really? I didn't know that, AC. Ah, it's you two, and I'll be Frau Waklamat as well. That's the best I can do. You're not getting any more. Sure for the Death Watch, yes. That's the situation. The enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. The ship gave us... doing the side quest, I kept doing the tree job. Oh my goodness. Position. I received some unsettling reports elsewhere, investigating the extents, and we've spread thin and haven't looked over the Shishawenzi springs yet. Apparently mechanical soldiers. What? If true, then our people are in danger. So me and Wiklamat again. No? Yes. I like book, okay? And I like the idea that we're passing the torch in terms of story. Oh, it's urgent, right? It feels urgent. I think they nailed that feeling desperately. Not just do we want to know what happens next, but like, shit's real right now. Baritone. So I definitely get when someone's like, oh, you're all the way the fuck over there. Nope. So I get that people would rush from here on out because they're excited about the story. It's also got more action too. That's the only thing I think the first half missed. A bit more action. It was a little dry. Again, the story was fine. I love the world building. I love this character very much. Locals see the grounds we can learn. But if they would have added a couple more fetch quests or a couple more attacky quests, I think it would have helped. Exactly, like again, the story is fine. The story is good. You will not have me complain about the story. Oh, I still surrounded town, but to our surprise, the traveler came. Can't imagine I know who that would be. Who could that traveler be? I really did like the first half. So far, and I'm going to be very honest with you guys, there's 3 things I would change. 2, I think everybody would agree with me on, and 1's just for me. 1, add more movement to your first half. More quests where you're fighting things and just that dryness needs a little more action in between. I'm not asking you for 100 quests, I'm asking you for a couple. 2, I wish we would have gotten a companion. I kind of want to see our party grow, but our party move on, right? Where in the next expansion, the next set of stories told, we're learning about a new character that we've grown fond of and we enjoy our time with, and you know what I mean? Have their own problems in the world. And I really felt like Tural would have been a great time to do it because we don't know anything about it. We'd have to learn about them, maybe over an expansion or 4. Right? Those are my 2. And number 2, the Western story could have been done with locals. Just saying, would have been better. I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding. A pole army. Yeah, fuck, we already know who did it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I get that feeling, Elaine. I think that's very, very what I'd expect. Railroad clerk? Oh, what a mess. Oh, poor guy. But yeah. I think it's the only, the first 2 are the only things that really need to change. And it's not that big. I think it would have made a big impact. It ain't that big. I'm more of a lore cooker, so it's really, it's I have to agree with it. Again, that we are not talking story here, because to me, story is a 10 out of 10. World building, 10 out of 10. I fell in love with all these fucking people that we met. I fell in love with Look Lamont. In love with her. In fact, I'm actually kind of angry that the chances of this ending, where she remains Dawn's servant, and we continue out in the world and, you know, see her on occasion, I don't like it. It's the same thing with Vitra. Vitra was good. I like Look Lamont like I like Estigny. You know what I mean? Not like Estigny, you see what I'm saying? It would have been nice to have her in the party for a long time, learn more about her. Wishful thinking. Couldn't be anyone else. Spreading more gossip about me. See, you found your armor. How I saved the town. You saved fuck all. Thought you'd come sooner or later. Do you know what's happening? So you're the one who kept people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. The automata were particularly strong. But the rumors are true. Galul Jaja is slain. Afraid so. It'll make him pay for what he's done. Mark my words. You're going to help her, I assume. I see, with your contingent, you won't lack for strength. Either way, I'll remain in Shaloni. That helps us more than you know. I'll send word before we set off. If you find yourself in trouble, do not hesitate to contact Kona. Kona? Brother? Wait a second, you're Devourer of Resolve? I am. And you're Zekoa, right? I'm counting on you to keep everyone safe. Absolutely! I'll send them packing. I'm the fastest gun in Shaloni. Glad to hear it. Let's go patrolling right away. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything. For you. For you. Wasted words. But just do what comes naturally. He said so. But again, I kind of like that type of intervention, right? That 30 seconds, and again, we don't need him in the story. He's doing what he does. Zekoa, probably Zekoa. Plus I got tiny little fingers, you know? Plus, I'm only a level 1 machinist, or whatever they start at. Thanks to Estinia, there were no casualties. Hetsato are safe as well, for at least there are no sightings of soldiers there. What about Dome? Did you learn of anything of note? Composed of exceedingly high concentration of lightning energy. Even the touch would prove fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. Then how are we supposed to get inside? An entrance? It just so happens I might have an inkling of where is one. They operate the train. Well, we went to go recover the train. We found ourselves looking at the dome through the telescope, and we saw it, a large fortress-like structure that looked inside, straddled the dome's edge. You're telling us it's inside, and part of it is outside? Seemed like the case. We only observed from very far. Well, there you go. Tilt on turns. I don't think I've... Easy to get near. Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Hulani? Woklamat's nursemaid was among them. What? Afraid not. I can say for a fact we arrived. Everything was fine when we arrived in Hulani. But when the big tremor struck after we left the station, I hit the dome. I hit the brakes and looked back, and all I could see was the dome. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't even notice, Daggett. I'm not gonna lie to you. The odds of that. Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we reach it undetected. I don't care if we're detected. I say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave some thought about Zurulja wants to prove my father's worthy. If all fails, he'll destroy Tuli Hulao. By charging in head-on, make my intentions plain as day. A bold strategy. I like it. I mean... Since the tracks go right through the fortress, we can reinforce our train armor. She got really excited there. Have you gone insane? We're just telling you to relieve the trains in one piece. Now you want to turn it into a bomb? Train's not that important. Our dream to have a railroad running coast to coast, remember? If these invaders have their way, there might not be any more railroads. It's a sacrifice we have to make. Look at that little smile. That little smile tells me you like it when things go boom. And put their lives on the line. Least we can do is help them. That face. But Chief. Can always get back up. As long as we're alive and we can always build another train. Have faith and quit your complaining. But if we fall really, really hard, there's no getting back up. Excuse me. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. You say it's a one-way trip. You alright with that? Tuck and roll. There's no changing your mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful. Oh, no, no, no! Holy fuck! Wait a second. Holy fuck, please don't die. Holy fuck, man, please don't die. Ah! Ah, that's what I'm thinking of, Kate. I do not want. I don't know much about Magitech, but if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. Keep that in mind. Now, if you're willing to lend a hand, let's go over to the storehouse. That would be bad. That would be so bad. It seems we have a path forward. I believe it's a good time to return to Tuli Halal and inform Kona. I shall return as well. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to the gate of the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something to use in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, and at least we're not without clues. We got it. Get ahead though. That's right, we're not relying on Sid. I hope Namika is safe. Putting plans into locomotion. Really? Really? While I have no objections to plans, I have one concern. How can we be certain Zurulja will not strike Tuli Halal in retaliation? I considered the possibility. When my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show his kingdom is superior to Tuli Halal, and give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush and prove his strength. Indeed, if anything, we're more likely to put Tuli Halal in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge him. Right. We'll charge from the front and keep his eyes on us. During which time Kona will find a way to fortify Tuli Halal. Trained. If you believe this is best course, then I shall enlighten you. I expect there to be no small amount of enemy resistance. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Pretty much, Elaine. And I know fuck all about cars. To fair craftsman and right of succession, would you know if you were willing? That's a great keep the safe from enemy attacks. Even with you all aboard, it'd be an instant to manage a good hit the civilian tanks. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers use lightning-based weapons, so they mine themselves with grounding rods. Look everyone, I like that he's back. A lot of equipment, heavy equipment. You don't know anybody's up to the task. Is there a murmur? Perfect. Hard pressed, stronger people from Yokui. Your friends at Hookui, I'll be damned. Next outfit weapon you own. Perhaps I can be of assistance. Costarium imported Aetherite cannons. I'm not conceiving them myself, I know the design. Of course you do. I fashioned it from any metal as long as they're highly conductive to ether. The power of the cannon, fire aspect of crystals with the highest purity. Fire crystals. That's something the miners over the springs can help with that. Chris Murica. Leave the crystal to split in everyone's hands. Well, I didn't want to do the gun because I was like, that's a little silly. To be fair, so is ballistas, but you know, silly. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Right. Actually, before we continue, I hate to say it, but I think we're gonna end it there for the night. We cried a lot, twice. That wasn't fun. But we had the story is progressing. The story is getting extremely interesting, and it's definitely taken the turn. The foot's dropped, the shoes dropped, whatever the fuck the expression is, has dropped. So we'll be back on Wednesday, picking this up exactly right here, and hopefully get a little bit further because I'm so far behind it hurts. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here. I'll have some, this week will be a week of shorts, so a lot of short videos. I don't have a long form content for us this week. Next week I will. In the meantime, have a legendary night. Thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to see you guys again on the next one.